So good evening, class. Good evening. How is each one of you doing?
Me, I'm fine. I'm doing good.
That is Juliet. Can I also hear from Janet? That was Janet, sorry. Can I also hear from Juliet? Are you in class?
Yes, I'm in.
Do we have Naomi in?
Yes, I am.
Yes, I am in.
Oh, okay, thank you. Welcome to our other lesson. Today I want us to look at CBET, the new approach that we can see being used, and especially when we talk of the lower, the primary education, we can see what is being called CBC. And under CBC, I think you people have seen various activities happening. I don't know what activity has Juliet come across that we were not doing there before.
Singing.
Children are singing.
Good. Janet, what have you seen?
I've seen children molding.
That is good. I've also been able to see some others trying to sell some products. I think they were selling some avocados along the streets, and I think CBC is doing us good. Now, for us, I want us to look at CBET because this is what is actually concerning us at our level, since we are going to be trainers of people at the technical education level. And so, at the time, I want us to see, and actually I'm trying to share the slides, I want us to understand what is this CBET approach, and I believe that at least we have heard of the word CBET. Can someone tell me what is CBET standing for?
CBET stands for Competency-Based Education Training.
That is good. That is a good trial, and actually that is what it stands for. Competency-based education and training. It is a new approach that we are embracing in Kenya. Now, we say that it is an approach that is emphasizing on the knowledge, skills, as well as attitudes. What we want to see is that the learner at the end of the day will acquire competencies that will enable him or her to fit in the job market. And as you know, we have had so many graduates who are out there who do not have jobs. And what could be the reason? It is because their skills are not fitting what is required in the market. And so, I would like us to define the word competence. And what is competence? Here, we are talking of being well equipped with the skills, with the knowledge, with attitude. There is great emphasis on attitude because we want people who have values to be the ones who are serving us in the job market. That I'll not go and find a nurse who is there, maybe serving me, but the kind of attitude that they're serving me with, I end up being worse than I came. We want people who are going to serve us better. So therefore, we are saying that competence is the ability to perform tasks or do work according to the set standards. Are we able to view the slides?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, good. Let us continue. And we are saying that therefore CBET is designed to meet the demands of the industry, and it involves training individuals to be able to perform to the standards required at the workplace, so that once you go, when a student leaves school and goes to work, they are actually fitting the market. Now, we are saying that CBET focuses on what? It focuses on outcomes of learning. And that is something that we are going to be emphasizing on. We are going to call them learning outcomes with time. And we want to see that the learners, they not only know but they have actually learned how to utilize the skills, knowledge, and attitudes. And therefore, we say that CBET is outcome based. Now, we are saying that CBET is made out of what we call need analysis. That there are people who are skilled outside there who have been requested to analyze the needs of a particular job market. If, for example, we are talking of working as a nurse, we are going to utilize those people who are skilled outside there. We call them sector skilled advisory committee, that they will be able to analyze and tell us what is the need of a particular job, so that we can now be able to make the learner learn according to that. And we are saying that we train trainees to develop competences that are actually demanded in the workplace, so that those many courses that we have been having that do not actually serve any workplace in the job market, they will no longer be there, but we'll only have what is important for the industry. And so we work according to the demands of the industry. Now, when we look at the other slide, it is talking about CBET as a mode of training, which is, we have 4 items there. Can we have somebody reading for us? Can we see that slide that is reading CBET is a mode of training, which is? Someone read for us.
Number one is outcome-based, demand-driven, industry-centered, and it is flexible.
Thank you. We are saying that it is outcome-based. That means we want to achieve some particular outcome so that we can fit outside there where there is demand for those skills. And we are saying it is industry-centered, that this curriculum is not just made out of people who are just experts from no specified industry, but it is particularly for the industry that we analyze the need. And we are saying this type of training, it is very, very flexible. You come to realize that it is accommodating almost everyone. Actually, as we continue, you learn that people who have been outside there, who have acquired skills and they have not been in class, can still be accommodated in this new curriculum. Now, as you can see, we also need to do a comparison between the conventional and the competency-based curriculums. And the conventional here, we are meaning the one that we have been using. And as you know, we have been focusing on new people trying to complete the content. It is content-based. But in CBET, we want to see that we acquire the competencies. It was time-based, the conventional one. But here, under CBET, we want to see that you are able to perform. You are not limited in terms of time. The conventional one, it was group-based. People are just being taught as a group without looking at individual abilities. But now under CBET, we want to see that individuals go at their own pace. Under the conventional one, we were dealing with the group, the needs of the group. But under CBET, we want to see that each individual achieves their competencies. We could have a lot of delayed feedback in the conventional system, but now the feedback is very immediate. Once you assess that a student has been able to, maybe you are doing an assessment, you give them an immediate feedback on how they have performed. And as well, we are saying that we have the issue of limited field experience, but under CBET we have learning happening even in the field. The lecturers were being used that time. Here we are dealing with students even doing their demonstrations. There before, we were talking of a norm that we were following. Now we are only following maybe what we are given by the industry. That is the criteria. We were dealing with final grades, but now we are focusing on a competence. Competence. Are you competent or you are not yet competent? That is what we are focusing on. So to conclude on our lesson, we are saying that this curriculum will really help us to improve employability of those who are graduating. They will get their jobs sooner and not as much waiting as it was happening there before. And we are saying that it will contribute to the Big Four agenda and Vision 2030. And actually, as an assignment, can you go and review what the Big Four agenda and Vision 2030 calls for? Thank you for listening, and meet you next time. Kindly work on the assignment.
Thank you.